We're going to go ahead and start 6-1. And I relate this chapter to SpongeBob because a reciprocal is very similar to SpongeBob flipping a Krabby Patty.
Two numbers are reciprocals if their product is 1.
So the reciprocal of 2/3 is 3 over 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 2 is 1, or 6, sorry. Those can simplify to 1. Same with 4. The reciprocal of 4 is 1/4. 4 times 1 is 4. 1 times 4 is 4, or 1. If a non-zero number is named as a fraction, a over b, then its reciprocal is b over a. A reciprocal is like Krabby Patties and SpongeBob. If I took this with a spatula and flipped it, I get 3 over 1. So the reciprocal of 1/3 is 3 over 1. To divide a non-zero number, including by a fraction, you can multiply the divisor's reciprocal. 2 divided by 3/4 becomes 2 times 4 over 3. 2 times 4 divided by 3 is 8/3, or 2 2/3. Why this works is because you can write the division as a fraction. 2 over 3/4. When you multiply these by the reciprocal, you end up simplifying the denominator, or 2 times 4/3. So if we go on to part 1,
You can use a model to divide a fraction by a non-zero whole number. Here is how to show 1/2 divided by 2. This number line is divided into 4ths. You can use this number line to show 1/2 divided by 2. First, label 1/2, the dividend. Since the divisor is 2, divide 1/2 into 2 equal parts. In this model, the quotient is the length of each equal segment. Because the interval length of each equal segment is 1/4, 1/2 divided by 2 equals 1/4. Multiplication and division have an inverse relationship. The model also shows 1/4 times 2 equals 1/2.
all right. Match the division with corresponding multiplication operations with their models. So we know for this one, we start at 3/4. We have 1, 2, 3 equal parts. So 3/4 divided by 3 equals 1/4. Well, the opposite of this would be 1/4 times 3 equals 3/4. This next one, we start at 4/5. We're dividing by 1, 2 equal parts. So 4/5 divided by 2 is 2/5. The opposite of that would be to take this 2/5 and multiply it by 2. Which means this next one, we start at 1/2. We have 1, 2, 3 equal spots. So 1/2 divided by 3 is 1/6. And here we have 1/6 times 3 equals 1/2. Go ahead and copy those down.
What division equation does this number line model show?
So we start at what number? Well, we start at 2/3. And we are dividing it into how many equal parts? 1, 2. So when I do that, I get 2/3 divided by 2, which is equal to 1/3.
When you divide a fraction by a whole number greater than 1, how does the quotient compare to the fraction? Explain your reasoning.
The quotient, or the answer to the division problem, is less than that fraction. Dividing the fraction by a whole number is like dividing a whole number. The quotient is less than the dividend. Part 2.
You can also use a model to divide a whole number by a fraction. Show 2 divided by 1/2. This number line is divided into halves. You can use this number line to show 2 divided by 1/2. First, label the halves. Then, divide the number line into segments of length 1/2. In this model, the quotient is the number of equal segments, which is the same as the number of ovals. There are 4 equal segments of 1/2, so 2 divided by 1/2 equals 4. Multiplication and division have an inverse relationship. The model also shows 4 times 1/2 equals 2. Match the division and corresponding multiplication equations with their models.
So I'm starting with 2, and I'm dividing it in 1, 2, 3 fourths. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 equal little ovals, which means 8 times 1/4 equals 2. This next one, I'm starting at 2, and I'm dividing it by 1, 2, 3, okay? And inside of those, I have, well, we have 1, 2, 3. So 2 ovals is equal to 2/3. So I have 2, and I'm dividing by 2/3. I get 3 big ovals. Okay, and I know that because if I'm looking at 0 to 1, I have 1, 2, 3. In each oval, we have 1 2/3. So the inverse of that would be 3 times 2/3 equals 2. Down here, I'm starting at 2, and I'm dividing by 1, 2, 3. So I have thirds, okay, which means 2 divided by 1/3 gives me 6 ovals. And the inverse of that is 6 times 1/3 equals 2.
What division equation does this number line model show?
So first of all, where do we start? Well, we start at 3, right? And how many tick marks, or what are we cutting each number into? 1, 2, 3 fourths, right? So we have 3 divided by, well, if we know that these are all cut into fourths, 1, 2, 3, 4, how many fourths are in an oval? 1, 2, 3. So it should be, we started at 3, in each oval we have 1, 2, 3 fourths. And how many blue ovals do I have? I have 4. Go ahead and copy that down.
When you divide a non-zero whole number by a proper fraction, how does the quotient compare to the whole number? Explain your reasoning.
The quotient is greater than a whole number. Each equal segment is less than 1, so the number of equal segments is always greater than the whole number segment. On to part 3.
Why do I always get stuck with the clowns?
So what